Hello everyone, welcome to Majestic Learning. It's a place for smart learning. I'm Dr. Maheshwari Raja. Today we are going to explore about eSIM. It's a free open source software. It's a FLOSS tool for electrical, electronics and computer engineering. eSIM Electronic Simulator. It's a free software. Open source EDA, electronic design automation for circuit design, simulation, analysis and PCB design. The installer of the eSIM could be downloaded from this website esim.fossee.in downloads. The major features of eSIM are: it supports circuit and simulation, PCB, sub-circuits, operating system. With respect to circuit and simulation, it allows a user to draw circuit using KiCad, create a netlist and simulate using ngSpice. It allows a user to design PCB and generate Gerber files using KiCad. With respect to sub-circuit, it allows a user to add, edit device models and sub-circuits using Model Builder and Sub-Circuit Builder tools. With respect to operating system, the last main feature, it runs on Ubuntu Linux and Windows operating system. eSIM, it's an alternative equivalence of the proprietary software like ORCAD, Eagle, Xspice, Expedition. The complete workflow of eSIM is: it allows a user to create schematic. Next, it allows to specify parameters for the simulation. Then it makes the circuit to simulate and verify the result. At last, it allows the mapping of footprints to component and create PCB layout. So this is a complete workflow is going to exist in the eSIM. So home page. After installing your eSIM, you could find a eSIM icon in your desktop. Kindly double click it. When you open it, by default all your project will be saved in eSIM-workspace. By default your project will be saved in eSIM-workspace folder. If you like to change it, you could change it by using the browse button. This is the main GUI of eSIM. We have menu bar, toolbar, project explorer, dock area, console area. In the menu bar, it allows a user to create new project, to open the existing project, to close the project and to get the help browser. With respect to toolbar, we have important icons here. Open schematic is the first icon, which enables a user to design the circuit. Next one is convert KiCad to ngSpice. This tool will allow to convert the KiCad circuit design to the ngSpice conversion. And next is the simulation. If you like to visualize the output simulated for the circuit design, we are supposed to click the simulation button. Next we have model editor, followed by sub-circuit. Then we have ngHDL. Then we have Modelica converter, and the last one is the optimization tool of OM optimization. The project panel here will list out all the current projects or the old projects, whichever we selected will be displayed in this project panel. And we have a console window. This console window will show all the processes which are going on and the project which we selected, and it displays the errors if it has any. So if any errors has been encountered, that errors will be displayed in this console window. So to start with, as a user, if you like to design any schematic for your circuit and to simulate it, we will be using only these three important tools. First one is schematic design. So first one is allows to create a schematic for the selected project. or it allows open existing schematic associated with the project. And the second one is KiCad to ngSpice conversion. It allows to specify the user the start time, the step time and the stop time for the simulation. Also it allows for specifying the supply voltage, and it converts the KiCad into ngSpice model. And the third icon is a simulation icon. It helps to simulate the schematic. So as a user of circuit design, we will be frequently using these three components to verify our circuit. First one is schematic, followed by the specifying parameters, then we have a simulation. So the sample circuit, today we are going to focus on A-stable multivibrator. The A-stable multivibrator, it has 4 resistor R1, R2, R3, R4 and 2 capacitor C1, C2, and it has 2 transistor of NPN type. So it has 2 output Q, output 1 Q and output 2 Q bar. So this is the circuit. Here we are going to simulate it. To start with, you just click a new project icon in the menu bar. So once you click the new project icon, this message will be popped out. This message window will be popped out. New project window. Here we are supposed to give the name of the new project. One important thing in naming the project is this ISIM allows small case, that is lowercase, uppercase and underscore. It does not support special character and the space. So A-stable space transistor is a invalid project name, but A-stable underscore transistor is a valid project name. So 2 things you should remember. You should not use space when you name your project. You should not use special characters while naming your project. Underscore is allowed. So once you create your project, new project. So I have created a stable transistor. So it has been displayed here. You could see a stable transistor displayed in the project explorer. So now you could see the same stable underscore transistor is visualized in the console window. So it shows that this stable underscore transistor is the current project. Now click the schematic icon to create your project schematic. So while designing a stable multivibrator, we need these components: resistor, capacitor, transistor. So in order to invoke your resistor component, kindly take all the components from esim library. So esim underscore R, esim underscore CP1 for capacitor, esim underscore MPN for the transistor, esim underscore LED for the generic LED to produce the output, and DC voltage for your input. Then we have plot. Plot is used to plot the output of particular node. If you have n number of components, if you like to visualize the flow of signal happens across the component, you will be keeping this plot at intermediate places. In order to visualize the simulation of your circuit, you could use the plot appropriately. It's like a breakpoint. So if you want to see some intermediate values or intermediate outputs, you could keep this plot at the output wire of the respected component. So we have a plot here. So this is a circuit designed. So as I said, here we have 4 resistor R1, R2, R3, R4, 2 capacitor C1 and C2 and 2 transistor. Then we have output and the plots and the source. So in the right hand side of your schematic editor window, you could see this toolbox. The very important use of this toolbox are, it allows to place a component. any component, any component of your circuit could be placed using this icon. So you have to click the icon of place a component. You have to click it in the editor window, then a window will be open. You have to select the component. Next, you have, if you want to place a power port, we have a place power port icon. If you like to connect the components, placed it in the editor window, it could happen through place wire. Two components or any components could be connected to each other using this important place wire icon. Then if you want to place bus, you have to go with place bus. In sometimes some nodes may not have any particular input or output. So in that case, you can keep a place no connect. In some point, one particular component could be connected to many devices using a junction node. So if you want to create a junction node, you can go with place a junction. If you like to keep some labels in order to understand the circuit, you could go with place a local label or a global label. We will be frequently using global label in order to visualize the name of your component. If you want to have some hierarchical sheet, you will go with the place a hierarchical sheet icon. Then if you like to place some text or the comment, you can go with place a text or the comment icon. So this is a toolbar. In this, we have seen place a component, place a power port, wire, bus. Then no connect, junction, local label, global label, hierarchical sheet and the text of the comment. So these are the frequently used tools in the circuit design. So as I said, when you drag your place component and place it in the editor window, this window will be popped out. You have to select the components from the eSIM library. So you just type eSIM, then the list of libraries, components supported in this particular eSIM library will be displayed. So if you like to take a resistor, you kindly take eSIM_R. So this component will be displayed. You can take it and select the component. So these are the components. We are going to use it here. So we have R resistor, C capacitor, plot, source, ground, and you can include that NPN transistor also. So now I'm going to explore you the important steps to create the schematic. So first one is you should place the component to incorporate your required component into the editor window, editor schematic window. After placing the component, we should connect them using wire tool. So this wire tool, that is place a wire, will allow us to connect the components. And the next will be having label tool to create the labels, which can then be connected to the probes to label what quantity of probe is measuring. So it is just a label box which makes a user to understand the circuit much easier. After doing place a component, connecting the wires and the label, now your circuit is ready. After this, we are going to do 3 important steps. First one is annotate. So you have an annotate symbol. This annotate symbol will interconnect. It will make a mapping of the link associated with each component. The numbers will be the particular number, order number will be associated with it, and it will annotate the circuit. After that, you have to click a electrical rule checker. This electrical rule checker will allows us to check whether there is any error in the circuit. So for global error, if you get global error with respect to labels, you can kindly ignore it, because label is not going to play a vital role in our simulation. So if you get a global error with respect to the labels, you could ignore it. Rest of the errors could be rectified. So once you click electrical rule check, you click the run button. The run button will show you the markers. So we will be calling them as a marker. So we need to erase or eradicate those markers by reconstructing the circuit appropriately. So once rule checker is over, then we need to go with an important tool called generating netlist. So this icon, net icon, will help us to generate the netlist. So to generate the SPICE netlist, which is going to be simulated, we need to click this net icon. I'll just repeat. After placing the component, after interconnecting the wire, after placing the labels, our circuit is ready now. Then we need to annotate it using the annotate button. Then you need to click electrical rule checker to identify the error. Then you need to generate your netlist by clicking this netlist tool icon. So this is the circuit designed for a stable multivibrator. So we have 4 resistors and 2 capacitors. We do have NPN transistors and the LED source and the output. So once you click the netlist, you could get a netlist window. In this window, make sure you have to select your SPICE option. You have to select the SPICE option. So click SPICE option. After clicking SPICE option, you kindly click this default format. So this default format should be active. If it is not activated, kindly click it to make it active. Then you need to click a generate button here. So in the netlist, you are supposed to visualize 3 components. One is SPICE, another one is default format, another one is generate. So once you do it, you could get a window to save your generated netlist. So by default, the name of the project will be displayed. You no need to change anything onto it. You kindly give a save button. Click the save button. The netlist will be saved with an extension of .cir. The netlist button, the netlist generator will be saved with an extension .cir. You no need to change anything in the name of your netlist generated. Next, your circuit design and the netlist has been generated. Now we have to toggle back to the eSIM GUI. After toggling back to the eSIM GUI, you have to click this KCAD to ngSpice conversion button. So click on KiCad to ngSpice tool, and then in that you have to select first tab is analysis tab. You select that analysis tab. Inside the analysis tab, you select your transistor button. So after clicking the transistor button, you are supposed to scroll down and select the appropriate start, step and the stop times. So one point is the stop time should be consistently larger than the step time. So once you give these values in the transistor analysis, you just go to the next tab called source details. In the source details, depending upon your components, the text box will be displayed. So you have to give the appropriate value to it. So under source details section, you specify the DC voltage. So the allowable and the optimal practical value is 6 voltage to 12 voltage. So this value range is optimal for practical implementation. So here I am going to give a voltage source of 9 voltage. Then if you are using LED and the transistor, you have to add it using device modeling. So there you just go and click the add button. Then in the transistor, you have to select the transistor folder. Inside the transistor folder, you select the appropriate transistors available for the circuit. Then just give open. So your transistor will be added here. Accordingly, you repeat the same process for all other 4 components. So if you have a components of transistor and LED, you should use this device modeling to add those library into the conversion window. So next, for LED, you have to go and select the diode folder. So inside the diode folder, you could see LED library is available. You just click the LED library, then give open. So now all analysis, source details and the device modeling is over. Now you just click convert in order to make this conversion. Once you click the convert, the KiCad to ngSpice conversion completed successfully window will be popped out. You just give OK. So now this conversion is over. So with respect to conversion, we have to make analysis, then source details, then the modeling, device modeling. Now you click a simulation icon. This simulation icon will help us to display the plot window. So two types of output could be visualized, one with a Python plot and other with the ngSpice window. So this is what we could simulate the output. Next, with respect to PCB creation, for creating the PCB, you are supposed to delete the labels and the globals. The plot and the global variables has to be removed. So delete your plot and the global variables. As I instructed earlier, plot is used for simulation alone. If you like to visualize some simulation outcomes, you could use plot. Now you are going to make a PCB layout. So for that, plot is not essential. So you can remove the plot and you can remove the global labels. So labels also is for user understanding. So you can remove the plot and the global labels in the circuit. So your final circuit schematic will look like this as shown in the figure after removing your plot and the global labels. So this is the circuit in the schematic window. Now you kindly click your PCB mapping footprint icon. Once you click it, you should map your components. So for istable multivibrator, these are the components that has to be selected. For esim-r underscore r, resistor underscore THT has to be selected. For esim underscore CP1, capacitor underscore THT has to be selected. For esim underscore NPN, transistor underscore the particular component has to be selected. Then for esim underscore LED, you have to select LED D5.0 mm device. So these are the devices which are going to be used for footprints. So you have to select it appropriately and you just click this download button in order to get the mapping done. Once the footprint is done, we are going to make the layout by clicking this PCB layout button. So here you have to select the PCB selector. So you have a PCB layer selector. Appropriately, you take the component, you just place it, then you can use your wires for drawing the traces. So that's all. We have created our PCB layout for astable multivibrator. So the hotkeys helps us for speed up the simulation process, that is creation of your circuit could be speeded up by using the hotkeys. Hotkeys are nothing but your shortcut keys. If you like to have some help, you just press a question mark button, help window will be popped out. For zoom in and zoom out, you can press F1 and F2, zoom redraw F3, zoom center F4. If you want to fit your circuit inside the screen, you have to press home button. If you want to reset all local coordinates, you have to press space. If you want to edit the item here signifies a component. So if you want to edit any component, you have to press E. If you want to delete the item, you have to press del. To rotate the item, you can press R. To drag the item, you have to press G. It is not D, it's G. For dragging item, we have to press G. Undo and redo is usual universal operation like Control Z for undo, redo is Control Y. If you want to use mouse left click, use return button. If you have a left double click of button, you have to press end. If you want to find next item, press F5. If you want to have next DRC marker, have a shift plus F5. Find and replace could be done using Alt, Control plus Alt plus F. If you want to repeat the last component, you can press ins button. If you want to block, if your particular block has to be moved or dragged, you have to use a tab button. Then to save the block, you can use Control C. Control TC to save a block. Block is a collection of components. To move your schematic item, you can use M. So schematic item is nothing but your component. Block is your collection of component. To copy the component or label, you can use a key called C. To add a component, you have A. To add power, you have P. To have a mirror of X and mirror of Y, you have X and Y appropriately. To orient normal component, we are having a key called N. So for edit component value, we'll be having V. For resistor, capacitors and some components may require values has to be specified. Those values could be specified using edit component value. So then if you want to keep edit component references, you can use U. So to edit component footprint, you can use F. To scale schematic, it's general universal key, Control plus S. To load schematic, it is Control plus L. To find an item, it is Control plus F. So these three are frequently used hotkeys. To add bus entry, you have a slash button. To add a graphic polyline, you have to use a pipeline symbol. To add graphic text, type T. To leave the sheet, you just put Alt plus backspace. To delete a node, you can press a backspace. So this is the last window of your hotkey. To edit your component in the editor window, Control plus E. To begin a wire, W. To begin a bus, D. To end a line, it is K. So you kindly remember these two words, these two hotkey, W and K. So W will begin any wire. If you want to end any wire, you kindly press K. At least remember K in order to cut your connection between the components. And add label is L. Hierarchy label is H. Global label is Control plus H. Add junction is J. And if you want to have no connect flag, press Q. S for add sheet and Z for add wire entry. So these are the various shortcut keys available as a hotkey to fasten the circuit simulation. So this ESIM could be used in linear integrated circuit, circuit theory, analog electronic circuit, semiconductor device and circuit, digital logic and design, microcontroller and its application, electronics, hardware and troubleshooting. So we have, if you like to migrate to the labs, these are the possible labs which could be migrated. Fundamentals of electrical circuit, semiconductor device and circuit, analog circuits, electronic circuit, digital logic design, digital signal processing, VLSI design, digital communication system, LIC, linear integrated circuit, embedded system design, semiconductor devices, analog electronic circuit, embedded programming, analog IC design and digital design with FPGA. So these are some possible places where you could migrate or use your ESIM instead of a proprietary version. So already ESIM is having its footprint in these labs. Already in many universities and colleges, these ESIMs are they are using it for this labs called the circuit design lab, integrated circuit lab, electronic circuit lab, electronic product design lab, electronic devices lab, analog electronics, op-amp and analog system and design labs, CMOS, VLSI lab. Yes, here you have, we are going to create the schematic. Then we are going to specify the parameter for the simulation. Then we are going to simulate and verify results. And we are going to map the footprints to the component and create the PCB layout. So before I wind up, let me show a demo of ESIM and its output. So now you just double click the icon available in the desktop. So once your installation is over, you will get it. So now, as I said, by default it will be saved in the eSIM-workspace folder. Just give OK. So now I am going to open the already created Astable multi-vibrator project. So just I'm going to click open project. Then I am going to select it from my place. So I am going to locate my project. I am going to locate my project. So this is your project explorer. You could see I just located Astable multi-vibrated transistor, and the same Astable multi-vibrated transistors is visualized in the console window also. Now I am going to click this open schematic icon. So click open schematic icon. Once you click open schematic icon, you could get a schematic editor window. So this is a schematic editor window. If you want to zoom, you just press F1 to zoom your circuit. So you can zoom your circuit. If you like to place any component, you can click your place component, click it here. Okay, so as I said, you have to select eSIM. You have to select your respective components and then just give a OK. So that particular component will be placed here. So I'm just deleting it because I'm already designed the circuit. Once the circuit is over, you can connect your circuits using the wires. You can use this wire to drag it and place it. As I said, the shortcut key K will end your wire. So I'm just deleting this. So when you right click it, you could get a list of items. What are the options you're going to use it for the particular component. I'm just going to show you again. If you want to edit some options, you select that particular component, then that component could be modified based on the right click. So you can move the component, you can drag it, you can orient it. If you want to edit it, you can use it edit component. So the value you could see, you can use the value in order to specify the value. So by right clicking it, you could use the appropriate values. So once all this work is over, I'm going to click annotate button. So this annotate button will connect all the components. Just give OK. So once the annotation is over, just click this electrical rule check. In the electrical rule check, click run button. So as I said, if there is a global label error, you kindly ignore it. So delete the marker, then close it. Then you have to click the netlist. In the netlist, you have to select the spice. In the spice, you need to select the default. Then you have to give generate. So by default, it will be saved in the same project name. So no need to change anything. Just check whether it is saved. It's going to save in .car. Then just give save. So that's all. Now I have to migrate to the GUI. So now I migrated to GUI. Now we just press your KiCad to ngSpice conversion. So analysis tab is active, transistor is active. My values are 0, 10, 12. Then I'm going to use source details. So I'm going to have 9 voltage as a source details. Device modeling I have ordered already. So if you want, you can add it. Then you can give a convert. So once you click convert, KiCad to ngSpice conversion completed successfully will come. You just give OK. Then you have to click simulation button. So once you click the simulation button, you could visualize the output. So since I have two outcomes, two plots are there, two output window will be popped out. This is your ngSpice window. If you want to see the Python plot window, you select the appropriate node. After selecting the appropriate node, you just give a plot. So this will give you the complete Python plot for the required circuit. So this is the simulation of the astable multivibrator. So now we are going to create the schematic. We are going to get the simulation. Then we are going to make the PCB layout. So that's all. Thank you so much. So kind request you all to watch this video, subscribe it, share it and comment it. Thank you.